Hello there and welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott Walters, Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor. Today I'm in downtown Provo. I'm right here in front of the Provo City Center LDS Temple for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is such a beautiful location. It's a beautiful oasis right in the middle of the city. On today's video, I want to share with you the 5 big changes coming to Provo. And hey, if you stick around to the end, I'll share with you a couple quick hitting changes as well that are coming that you don't want to miss, especially if you're an ice cream lover. Thinking about relocating to Utah? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it down below, from top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me right, 100% free. Just click the link in the description on the top pinned comment. Hope that helps. All right, guys, I'm here at the Provo Towne Mall here in South End, Provo. I remember when this complex or this mall was built. I think they started it back around the mid-90s, finished it closer to the latter end of the 90s, and it was such a beautiful upgrade over what was here, and it instantly became the premier shopping area in all of Provo. It's amazing how much things have changed over 30 years. Now when you go inside that mall, it is scary how dead it is. It's just so quiet, very little foot traffic. Now this is pretty typical for what you're seeing in a lot of malls across America. In fact, check out that parking lot. There's just not a lot of cars here. You go around on the backside of the mall, there's like no cars. So last week, the developers of the Provo Towne Mall actually announced a plan for re-envisioning, a reinvention of the Provo Towne Mall. They actually began a first phase of that a year and a half, 2 years ago when they converted the Dillards on the south end of the mall into a Target. That was phase 1. Now they want to go forward and get their plans approved for phase 2. Generally what they talk about is turning this into a mixed use project, which is very common of what you're seeing with a lot of malls around the country, where you'll have a mix of apartment buildings, office buildings, more dining and eating, open spaces. It almost becomes like a new mini little town, a place for people to hang out. It'll be beautiful. It is much needed. That sort of renovation for the Provo Towne Mall is very much needed. So it's very exciting that here in May of 2025, the developers have announced their plans to revitalize and go forward with their plans of reinventing this whole entire Provo Towne Mall. It'll be, once again, an absolute beautiful destination area. It's already such a beautiful part of Provo. The views looking towards Mount Timpanogos and back towards Y Mountain and Cascade Mountain, and then you can see clear down to the south to Mount Loafer. The mall, the location is absolutely beautiful. Much needed renovations coming to this mall. I am at the Provo City Airport. I'm going to read the beginning paragraph of an article about the 3-year expansion, groundbreaking expansion of the Provo City Airport. Following a historic year in 2024 that saw nearly 900,000 passengers take flight through Provo Airport, officials with Provo City, Utah County, and the state of Utah gathered on Monday, April 14th to celebrate the groundbreaking of the next chapter in PVU's remarkable growth. So over the next 3 years, they're actually going to expand the gates from 4 gates to 10 gates. I remember coming here as a kid with my dad. He had his private pilot's license, and this was just a teeny tiny airport, just little planes. You didn't have big planes flying out of here. Now you've got major carriers that are flying out of Provo. You can connect in and catch on and get international flights and get anywhere in the world. So it's really providing this incredible opportunity for residents in the Utah County, Utah Valley area to not have to go up to Salt Lake International Airport. Certainly now there are still more options if you go to the Salt Lake International Airport. There's many more carriers up there, but Provo's expanding and it's a fantastic option. For years it's been great to be able to hop on flights, fly to Southern California, fly over to Colorado, fly down to Phoenix. It's been a great option for that. So close and convenient, but now they're expanding it, they'll have 10 gates by the time they're done. It says that the current terminal will expand to 10 gates with 3 new gates on both the north-south sides expected to be open by late 2028. So big changes coming here to the Provo Airport here in Provo, Utah. Hey there, it's Scott Walters with Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor. And as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the U.S. to move here. I've helped countless families move, so whether you're thinking of moving next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact is right here on the screen, and it's linked in the description down below, just in case you missed the pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move here to Utah. I'm out here in Southwest Provo. For generations, this land was used for farmland. Now it boasts Provo's brand new 100+ acre epic sports park, slated to have 21+ full-size playing fields. Currently, I believe there's like 15 that are ready and done. I'm a little bit late on this one. It actually opened in September of last year, so about 7-8 months ago it opened up, but this is really going to be its first full spring of operation. This is slated to be the premier sports park destination in the Intermountain West. This is going to bring people and families and sports teams from all over coming to enjoy this sports park. There's going to be a lot of tournaments here. Provo had more than 300 sports teams that were vying for 11 fields to play on in the city. So this sports park, this epic sports park, was desperately needed by Provo, and with the foresight of the leaders, they went ahead and purchased this land. They've been constructing it for a while, finally got the first phase of it finished a couple months ago, and it's a beautiful, beautiful location for the city residents to enjoy, and again, those that come here. It's going to be an economic boom. Really, it's going to bring a lot of business as sports teams travel here, bring all that business here as people come and need a place to eat, sleep, and stay. Look just behind me, the views are magnificent, looking up back towards Mount Timpanogos Cascade Mountain. We look down to the south of me, you can see Mount Loafer off in the distance. They're going to have multiple pickleball courts. Those should be done by 2026. They have multiple restrooms and just a plethora of parking everywhere you look. There's just a lot of parking space, so people enjoy this epic sports park. Okay, this sign shows what fields are in operation. So you can see they've got 15 fields that are ready to go. The left side of this sign shows where they're going to be building additional fields along with the pickleball courts. Pretty exciting news for Provo to have this beautiful epic sports park. Okay, the Provo Planning Commission finally approved the Walmart Supercenter project, or the project plan, I should say. It's right there behind me. I'm just off of Lakeview Parkway and University Avenue. This is just west of the Interstate 15 interchange, so it's really more on the south end of Provo. For years, the west side residents have been begging for a grocery store, and the planning commission says this is going to fulfill that need. And my opinion is, yeah, sort of. I mean, it will be helpful to the west side. I think a lot of them would have preferred to have it be more in the central part of the west side of Provo. And when I'm talking about the west side of Provo, I'm talking everything west of Interstate 15. There's been no shopping at all on the west side of Interstate 15 in the Provo area. So all those residents have had to travel across Interstate 15 to get to any kind of shopping. So this will be helpful to have a super Walmart here on the southwest side of Provo. With that, the developers are also asking for approval for 150 two-story townhomes to be built around the Supercenter. I would be shocked if they don't approve it, considering just right across the street is a D.R. Horton townhome complex that's entering its final phases of construction. So there's precedent for having townhome developments in this area. So I would expect that they would go ahead and approve that. But the Supercenter plans have been approved by the Provo Planning Commission. So that's going to be a tremendous help to the west side residents. For those of you thinking of moving to the Utah area, where are you moving from, and what's the reason why you're leaving your current city or state? I'm truly curious, so make sure to let me know down below. I am at gorgeous Bridal Falls in Provo Canyon. Back in 1997, my wife and I took our engagement pictures at the base of up there at the falls. Such a beautiful location. We've enjoyed coming here and visiting the falls ever since. But just announced over this weekend was this article: Utah County's enhancement plan for trails, viewing areas by Bridal Falls nearing reality with Forest Service help. They're actually planning on swapping 39 acres with the National Forest Service. Currently, the falls are owned by Utah County, but they don't own all the surrounding land, so it makes it difficult to make changes and improvements. They've got to get a whole bunch of federal approval, and they haven't been able to do that. So they're looking at doing a land swap so they can start a 3-year plan of improving the falls. One of the things they're going to do is they're going to build a bridge that's about a 1/4 mile north of here. That's that direction, where they'll build a bridge across the river and divert the bike traffic and have it connect back in down at Nuns Park. What this will do will help improve and facilitate, make it safer. You can see down there below me, you can see where at the base of the falls, there's the trail. Currently right now, bikers go through there. They have to get off and walk. So it'll make it a little safer for all involved and a little more convenient for those that are biking, not to have to get off and walk through there. But they're also going to redo that whole path down there, pulverize it, repave it, make it bigger. Right where I'm standing here, they're planning on making steps that go all the way down there with a viewing platform so you can see up to the falls with that unobstructed view. And then the thing that I'm most excited about is they're talking about actually paving the trail that goes up to the falls. Right now, it's really not that safe of a trail, and there've been plenty of people that have fallen and gotten hurt on that trail. It's not paved, it's dirt. It can be quite slippery when it's wet as well as when it's super dry. It's just the surface is not great. So they're talking about making a paved trail and a viewing platform up there to the falls. I really look forward to that. Think Timpanogos Cave, if you've ever been there, and they've got the trail that goes up to Timpanogos Cave. That's what they're envisioning building here, making it just a lot easier for people of all abilities to be able to get up there. Right now, like if you wanted to push a stroller up there or a wheelchair, it'd be too hard. So this is going to open it up and make it more accessible to everybody. So super excited for these changes to come to Bridal Falls. The article says that once they make this swap, they may be able to begin making those improvements beginning this summer, which is, a month or two away. Okay guys, behind me is the Creamery on 9th. I promised you 3 quick hitting additional changes coming to Provo in 2025. These quick 3 all have to do with Brigham Young University. So there is the old Creamery, and behind me is the brand new Creamery that's slated to be done sometime here in 2025. It's supposed to have 75% more retail space, so it's going to be a little bit bigger building. I've come here on many occasions with youth groups after trips and getting ice cream, just to having a great place to hang out here. Now, also behind me, one of the other changes coming to BYU is supposed to happen to be completed here in 2025. They tore down the Harris Fine Arts Center a couple of years ago. They've been rebuilding a brand new music building, and that is also slated to be done sometime here in 2025. I actually remember taking a GE music class there in that Harris Fine Arts Center, so it's going to be fun to be able to see what the new and improved music building looks like when it's done here later this year. Now, another change coming to BYU in 2025 was actually just announced today, and this comes probably as absolutely no surprise to anybody, but they did announce that the new medical school that will be built here on BYU will indeed be built on West Campus, where the old Provo High School was. Of course, Brigham Young University bought the old high school several years ago, and they will turn that in. That is where they will have the new medical school. Now, I promised you a little insider secret when it comes to ice cream. Here at the BYU Creamery, you can buy your favorite flavors in 3-gallon tubs. But if you just go around the corner to the smaller creamery that's kind of by the broadcast building, they sell mixed buckets of ice cream. So instead of getting a bucket of ice cream for like 41 bucks, you can get it for $22. And that's when they're switching out from one flavor of ice cream to another. So there's literally a mix of ice cream in that bucket, but it's only 22 bucks. All right, guys, what do you think of those changes? Make a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What other changes would you like to see coming to Provo? Again, I'm Scott Walters with Best USA Realty, your Utah YouTubing realtor. If you found this video helpful, you may enjoy my downtown Provo video. You can watch that by clicking on somewhere up here, or maybe you just want to know some more pros and cons about the city of Provo. You can watch that video by clicking on, again, somewhere up here. And with that, we will catch you on the next video.